I'll get to you later another for a review. Now is not the time. I swear it. Okay. Hi everybody. Yes, I got a haircut. Um because people I don't need to explain myself. Look, I'm getting really tired and I thought that I might do this video since I haven't recorded anything in a while. But like I said, I wasn't acting there, but at the same time I was. It's really hard to pull that off. I will do a review on the manga Another because that story with its plot blew me right off the rails. If that doesn't make sense, then that's entirely fine. But I will be comparing it to the anime's plot later down the road. But since we're in the month of February, Requiem, you all see the title, so let's hop straight into it. I wanted to do my own lore video, so I'm gonna do it. In case if nobody has been catching up with the lore, you might want to catch up if you care about that stuff, along with where it sits in the timeline, which, I am always up to date with Resident Evil 9's lore, or also known as Requiem. So, we're going to be going over two things. Number one, let's get this straight out of the way. Resident Evil 9 Requiem is to be set in the year 2027 to 2028, which I'm guessing is when the game ends. How I know this is because I researched what year it takes place in on Google. I do all my own research and I watch videos for, well, some. But I did research on Google. If you don't believe me, go ahead and research it yourself on Google. It really throws me off because that means that Resident Evil 9 is like in the middle of Resident Evil 8. Think about this. Resident Evil 9 Requiem is set in the year 2027 to 2028. Resident Evil 8, or did I say 8 twice? Like I said, I meant 9. Resident Evil 9 Requiem is set through 2027 to 2028. Resident Evil 8 Village, Part 1, Ethan, is set in the year 2021. And then it's, for Shadows of Rose, it's the year 2037. Which makes sense because that means that some things of Resident Evil 8 has already ended. But it still ends our Resident Evil main titled story at the end of Shadows of Rose, which is very far off in the future. Pretty cool, Capcom. Pretty cool. I like that. Okay. The second thing that I want to cover is a massive thing, and I'm afraid to say this on the internet. It shouldn't be anything bad, but I was always taught not to ask anybody's age, but I'm going to say this, since this is a lore video. Leon S. Kennedy is 51 years old in Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Grace Ashcroft is in her late 20s, and on Google it's said to be rumored that she's 29 years old. And I kept trying to find if that was true, and it said it's set to be rumored that she's 29 years old. So she's 29 years old, apparently, which that's okay. It's fine. And with that being said, I know this was a very short video, Again, I googled all of this, and because I was curious, curiosity and all that stuff. But that pretty much sums up the video of character age and timeline lore, you know, the good stuff. Um, if there's one thing from this video that I want to pull out one more time, it's the year of when it takes place in the timeline. From 2027 to 2028. Which means, remember, Shadows of Rose is in the year 2037. So, Shadows of Rose pretty much still ends the story. Huh. Pretty cool. Again, Capcom with their lore and everything, it's good. And the timeline. I know my recent. I want to say this before ending the video because this isn't going to be that long of a video. I know my recent Resident Evil video was a little bit mid, and I'm sorry if nobody actually liked my homemade tier list of the stage plays, the mangas, and the anime. But I actually enjoyed doing that video. And I know people might think that, the thumbnail is fake about, the Umbrella Corporation and the in the title Resident Evil. But I'm actually gonna show all of you right quick that I took this picture myself for that video, and I used that as my thumbnail, so I'm going to show all of you that right quick. It's actually pretty simple. Here, watch this. Like I said, I'll be reviewing another very soon, but from my mangas over here that I own, Renamamia to the left, Take Your Heart. All kinds of other stuff, and even downwards, but that's not the point. You see over here is the shirt that I use as a poster. Now, when I say poster, it's because it doesn't fit me, unfortunately, but that's okay. And yes, I know all of you can see that too. I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm not, because having a poster of Metamorphosis is pretty cool. And if you think all of you degenerates out there think the word pretty cool meant like, well, you know what the story's about, I actually got that because I just wanted to have a poster to put up. Look. Excuse me. I thought it would be cool to have a poster of Metamorphosis, and I apologize in advance for people, but I do like my posters. I don't want to be on this topic too much because it makes no sense to the video, but here, take a look behind me. That shirt you see on the wall there, along with the poster that came with the first box set of Tokyo Ghoul, below that is Moonski, well, Chibi Moonski from Tokyo Ghoul. And beside there, since you can't really see it, I don't remember her name because I haven't watched One Punch Man in a long time, but she's the girl with the green hair that can basically control anything. At least that's what I remember. Regardless, that's not the point. The point is that from my last Resident Evil video, that's what I took a picture of, and I used it as my thumbnail for the video. But, like I said, regardless of everything else that I've said in this video, if something strikes me the most about this lore that I have looked up myself, yet again on Google, by the way, what strikes me the most is that it says from 2027 to 2028. And like I said, Shadows of Rose takes place in the year 2037, so from the very far off future in Resident Evil. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I will be making more content, Resident Evil based. After Resident Evil 9 Requiem, after I'm done streaming that with every single part that I make, I'm gonna go ahead and probably make a side Resident Evil story. But it's gonna be shocking this time. Again, there's the playlists on my channel to check out anything, etc. Blah 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 blah. You all get it by this point, fortunately. But it's simple. You click on my channel and there's playlists next to posts, which I haven't posted anything in quite a while as well. At least that's what my mind thinks anyway. The mind can think of a bunch of things that will shock mostly anybody. Alright, well, I'm gonna say this. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, and night. Most importantly, remember to stay safe out there. And remember to stay tuned for more new, epic, amazing content coming to the channel in general. And you know who this has been. So I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out for now, everybody, and I'll see you later. But for a bonus part of this video, like I said, I'm going to be streaming RE9 Requiem. So if you're looking in the video section for it, it's going to be in the section where it says live. And feel free to comment anything, but don't spoil anything. And yes, every single file I pick up, I will be reading. Alright, everybody. Y'all have a good night or day or whatever time region it is for everybody. But I'll see all of you later in the next one yet to come to the channel. Peace out for now, everybody. Bye-bye.